Microphone check 1, 2. Hey everybody, how's it going? Biff back with you again this morning, Wednesday, December 10? Let's check the phone. The phone always knows. It is December 10th. How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. We're doing okay here. Just getting through with our daughter's got a project due in school here, and next Monday we're starting to work on that. It's pretty simple for a first grader, but in my opinion, first of all, I don't remember us. I mean, the little that I remember of first grade, we weren't doing like projects. Um, and I think it's probably designed to keep the parents engaged with their children during the school year, because these projects all require parents to be involved with their child. But we are pretty involved with our child without these extra projects and work that she has to do. But yeah, it's and it's kind of crazy because it's like, the project is due a week and a half before Christmas. And so, we're having to work on it this week. And it'd be nice just to be able to enjoy the holidays without having to work on a school project. But that's what they do. So let's see. I am in do. I'm going to look at, is there any deal, even though I probably won't buy anything. Does anybody know when the Steam sale is supposed to start? I've been considering buying some of the truck simulator content, 50% off right now. I don't know if I'll go down even further because I've been considering buying like a steering wheel and pedals and that stuff to maybe do some driving. I like driving and I have played it before, but on the other hand, I'm not locked in to Football Manager, but it's a fun game. And I want to play more of my Torquay save. And then after that, I think I'd like to try another team, maybe even lower in the leagues than Torquay is. Um, but yeah, there's other games that I'd like to play also. I don't have a lot of gaming time. Like right now, I've got 3 hours from 10 to 1 approximately. And so I don't have a lot of gaming time because I do have a 6, soon to be 7-year old. But I do like to play. I have a lot of different games on my Steam account that I don't play a lot of. Um, but anyways, let's go to. I don't see anything really grabbing my attention. And is there any deal? Although I would recommend everyone to go to Is There Any Deal because it's a great website. You'd find great prices on games that you're looking for. You can set up a wish list. You can set up your collection. You can set up a wish list, and they'll notify you. Put your email in there. They'll notify you if a game that you are tracking is on sale or not. So it's a great isthereanydeal.com. Light Up the Town is a cozy casual holiday game for all ages. Play as Bean. I know a girl from high school, and her nickname is Bean. But she is not a precocious young ferret. She's a very nice lady. A precocious young ferret and explore the town of Bellflower, Colorado, as you hang up festive string lights around to spread holiday cheer. Click to throw a light or decoration. The only limit is your imagination. Interesting. Probably not. How to create a witch? Nope. Samson? Nope. Godslayer? Nope. Medieval Dynasty Exquisite Pack? Nope. I do have the game. I played some of it. A lot of collecting. A lot of collecting, planting, combat, collecting, planting, combat. Kind of that kind of game. Saratoga is a digital implementation of the Saratoga Volume 1 of the Great Battles of the American Revolution war game, published by GMT Games and designed by Mark Miklos. Interesting. But what are the reviews like? Positive. It's hard with war games because there's a very small market. The game came out December 2nd. I guess whoever was that was 8 days ago. Whoever was probably wish listing the game, they got the game and they played it, give it a positive review. I do have some GMT games and they are very good. But this is a digital implementation. I'd have to look and see. I'd have to go into Board Game Geek. It'd be interesting because I do know the area a little bit. I'm gonna put it on my wish list. Only $10. Now it's at 100%. Best played against a live opponent, which would mean that the AI is not very good. I played the intro scenario twice now. I have to say UI has been very well thought out. A lot of nice features. I'll keep an eye on it. I like these kinds of games for the strategy. Outthinking the opponent. They're very difficult, especially face to face, playing against a human opponent. But it's part of the challenge. Undercity of Sin, no. Reign of Gills, no. Robo League, no. Mytholand AD. Achieve wealth and fame in the Principality of Mytholand. Nice trade goods, prove your political. No. Startron. Startron. The Perfect Tower. Okay. Go back to the store. So we do have the game up. Ads are starting in 20 minutes. Yeah, so just so you know, we are out of the League Cups. No dropped frames yet. That's good. I've clicked on my chat window here and it's looking for users in chat. It doesn't find anybody right now. But anyways, yeah, we're out of the League Cup. Let's see. Interesting. Let's go back here. Okay, let's go back here. So you're going to let me come out of this window? I need to get back over to maybe not. Nope, you're not going to let me, are you? So I'm going to have to quit. I can't hotkey out of the window. Kidiki. Okay, let's go back over here. Let's drag this. Oh. Nope. Where? Oh, it's over here, isn't it? But that's interesting. Okay. OBV Stream Hub World. What is going on? So let's get back into the game if we dare. So as I said in my intro, we are out of the 2 cups competition that we were in, and we lost our first league game all in 3 successive matches. We lost 3 in a row. We lost the first 3 games of the season, 20 games into the league season. We did, let me show you here. Now this is, I was playing in the beta, the new beta patch. It was subsequently released yesterday, a couple days ago, to the main line of the game. And so I switched over to that. So hopefully this will all work out okay. So let's go to calendar. It does have fixtures here. So let's scroll up real quick and we'll take a little review of the season so far. Undefeated. We had a 1 draw in preseason. Since then, we've been undefeated until the most recent stretch of games. You can see here. We lost in the FA Cup second round to South Shields, who's a team in Enterprise North. We're in Enterprise South. They're 13th. We're first. Definitely the best team in the Enterprise North South. We lost to them 1-0. They dominated possession. We could not get anything going offensively. I tried changing some tactics around. I tried going very attacking. I mean, just nothing was working. We were not going to win that game. My friend who comes into the stream quite often, Blessed be, at the end of this stretch of games, he said basically, you got FM'd. We lost in the third round of the English FA Trophy to Woking. Woking is 14th in the Enterprise National League, so they are a division above us. We lost that game 3-0. Again, couldn't generate any offense. And then we lost to Totten, who is 7th in our division, this Enterprise South. We lost to them 3-1. And then we beat Western Supermare, who's 10th in our division. We beat them 3-2. A late goal, and it would have been 3-1, but that late goal I blame on myself because I didn't change some of our strategies to like time wasting, slowing down the pace, stuff like that. So that was basically my fault. So our next game's Bath City. We are top of the league by a quite comfortable margin. 23 games in, halfway through the season, we have a 16-point lead. But you know, FM likes to take away leads like this and just show you you're not as good as you think you are. We have a 16-goal differential. We have really good match form in our league. But yeah, we just got FM'd in that 3 stretch of games there. So we'll see what happens on the run-in. I mean, we have a very good team. What did I want to do? What can I do here? Oh, I can look at the season preview. We were expected to come in third. Right now, we have 3 players in the Dream 11. Our goalkeeper, Bob Wallace. Jordan Young, I believe his name is, and Jedi here. I'm going to nickname him Uriah Jedi. We're going to give him a nickname. This is a very good player. Now I have changed these to green is natural. Green is natural. Yellow is competent. Well, let's go to a different player here. So if I can go to somebody else here. Who maybe can do a little bit more. Yeah, Jordan Young. He's in the Dream 11. So green is competent. Green is natural. Yellow is competent. Blue, I believe, is okay. And white is, I forget. Anyways, it'd be nice if there was a key up here. Oh, let's look at it. Yeah, so green is excellent. Let's just look at it. Green is excellent. Gold is good. I should have gold be the best. Blue is average. And red is low. Playing positions, green is the best. Red's the worst. And then it kind of goes the same. It goes green, yellow, blue, and then white is kind of like blah. And then orange is awkward. Red is the worst. So, and they also changed these A player that's in on loan is green. That's to our benefit. Players out on loan is red. That's to the other team's benefit. Players on trial pink, in on trial pink, out on trial gray, and shortlisted the neutral. So as you can see with Jedi, can I find Jedi again? There he is. Jedi is very good. Not a great finisher, not a great long shooter, but his other stats are really good. He works very hard for the team, and he's improving, it looks like, in pretty much everything. Got a lot of stamina for our gegenpress that we play. So let's see, go back to Dream 11. Yeah, so we have those 3 players right now in the Dream 11. We've got 5 players in on loan right now. When's our next game? I haven't played since last week, so I don't really know too much of what's going on right now. Okay, so I think, so we have Bath City today. We have Bath City. So I rested my players. So what I do after a match is I do recovery, match review, and I'll usually have a team bonding somewhere in the week. And then we have practices the day after that, which I don't know why my assistant manager is doing so much physical stuff when physical stuff is supposed to be done during the preseason, pretty much. So I rest my starters on these 2 days after. And then you can see now that our next match after this is going to be Dover. So we're going to, what we're going to do is we're going to play this game. We're going to do our recovery and our match review, and then we're going to rest our starters for these 2 for this game here. So let's continue. Looks like we're going to go into a hey, Blood and Fab. What's going on, guys? Player targets promises update. 47 days, 18 days. Let's see. Matt J should be okay. He's not quite up to speed. But Hayfield should be able to play. So let's look at our tactics. Jay is still injured. He won't return to training for 2 days, so we're not going to play him. Louis the Menace is out for 4 to 7 weeks. So I think I'm actually trying to get somebody in. Now, we do have a lot of forwards. So forwards should not be an issue. We've got Morgan, who can play. He can play in on the left side. Dolan can play up top. So Dolan can play here. He can play across the front. He's best as a attacking midfielder, I guess. But we need him as a forward. And then Cook is coming back from a slight injury. So yeah, 2 of our starters are out. But what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? Our best player is Sonny Go Fish. He is the top scorer in the league, I believe, still. Let's go to here. Let's go to find where we're at. Stages Enterprise South. Let's go to here. Rankings about ins and outs stats, players, player stats, highest average rating he has, most key passes, Jordan Young, most goals, Sonny Go Fish has 21 goals in 23 games. He's almost a a goal a game a player. Most players of the match. So my top players are the top players in the league. Although again, the Dream 11 has these two as their best players. Gabby McGill, he scored against us in the Tottenham game. He scored 2 goals actually. Even though we had him marked. So Matt's not going to play. Hayfield can play. We'll just have to see how it goes. Who would come in for Hayfield, though? That's what we're going to have to find out. Who would come in for Hayfield? Morgan. Okay. Let's see. What time's the game? Oh. I'm going to play Wallace. We're playing who again? Bath City. Bath City is 18th. I think we were going to play Wallace. It's to give some players a little bit of a rest. He is gaining sharpness. I think to give some of the players a little bit of a rest. Now Wallace is I forget the promises that I made to him as far as what he would be. Harden he is a backup. Wallace doesn't need resting. His morale is kind of low. He hasn't had a great last few games. Yeah, I have a very light squad. I don't have a lot of players to select as far as under 18s and stuff. Just don't have them. Now, what we're going to do as far as opposition instructions, apply all advice. It looks like I already did. We always try to trigger a press on the goalkeeper. He's 5'11". That's a good first touch. Kicking has a punching tendency of 8. Passing's not great. So yeah, we always want to put the goalkeeper under pressure. Will Jenkins Davies is a top goal scorer. He doesn't look like he's in, so we're going to have to check this after the game starts to see who actually starting. Yeah, let's do it. He wasn't in the list, so I couldn't mark him. Anybody motivated? Sonny Go Fish. Pretty interested. Sonny, you could get another hat trick in this game. Go get it. Okay, so let's look at instructions for opposition. He's here. He is 5'8", not real strong. We're going to tackle him. Scott Wilson, most assists. Okay. Keep an eye on you. You're 5'10", not real strong. So what we're going to do is never trigger a press of the ball is played to Joe Raines. Okay, why? Joe Raines is 6'1", pretty strong. Show him on his weaker foot. Don't trigger a press. Let's do never then. Is it because he's really fast? He can run around you really fast? Yeah. Got 11 acceleration, 12 pace. He'll just run past you, it looks like. So what we want to do is we want to go back in here and we want to go to our instructions. Oh, ad started. The ads have started. Okay, and then we want to trap inside. No, we want to trap outside because their guy is not real big, not real strong. Now we have had an issue recently with possession where we haven't had much possession. Okay, let's see if Jordan Young can score a free kick. He takes free kicks for us. He's our best free kick taker. He hits the post or the crossbar on like 95% of his kicks, or it will go over or it'll be saved by the keeper. He has yet this season scored a goal from a free kick, but he is definitely our best free kick taker, and he hits the woodwork unbelievably often. So let's see if he can score a free kick. I'd love to see him do it because his free kicks are awesome. He needs to, where does he need to stick it? He needs to stick it like right here. He scored it. Let's see how it went in. I didn't even see it. It was so fast. That's his first free kick. 23 games into the season. He has taken at least, I would say, dozen and a half free kicks from very promising positions. That's the first time he scored a free kick. Where did it go? It went in low. It went in low. Okay, let's go. Get 2 shots on target. We're not winning the possession game. Oh, Young gave it away. Sonny go fish. Nice play to Hayfield. I have 2 very good attacking central midfielders, Hayfield and think of his name. Hayfield and I can't think of his name. I'm so bad. He's not even in the team, so I can't think of him. But they're both very good. My memory is not what it used to be. So really, there's no way to tell. There's no heat map anymore. So there's no way really to tell what their formation is like. Now we are attacking them here, but they're keeping both of their wingers high. So they're probably playing like a counterattacking, try to get the ball. The goalkeeper has the ball. They're running up the field. Was that us right there? We had the ball. Keep the highlight on the screen. SI. Keep the highlight on the screen until I tap start again, okay? Keep the highlight on the screen. We have a corner. So who got injured? Low Everton. So is this where the game starts knocking me down and saying, yeah, you're going to have a terrible second half of the season with injuries? I think Morgan was the guy that we wanted to come on, right? Yeah, he's a natural at left wing. So I have to use my first sub 20 minutes into the game. What's his attitude? He's pleased. He's pleased that Everton got injured. Should I leave him on? Probably shouldn't. The goalkeeper has the ball. He's going to lump it up the field. He lumps it up the field. We get the press. We get the press. We get the press. Nice save by Hammond. Sure-handed Hammond. We're getting more possession now. Let's look at this little box over here. Getting more possession. Are we playing for set pieces? Yep, we are. I wonder if we should be. Sonny, you're 6'1". Dyer is 6 foot with, let's see, jumping 10, heading 10. Dyer is jumping 12, heading 11. Sonny is jumping 11, heading 8. We're looking for low crosses, though. Just wonder if we should be, he's confident. Wonder if we should be playing for set pieces or work the ball into the box. I think we're going to do that. It's kind of the pressing mentality, I think. Whoa. That was close. That was close. Oh, come on. Let's not give the ball away. Let's not give away the ball. Where's Sonny? Why is Sonny here? He should be up here. Okay, let's get a counterattack going. Let's get a counterattack going. Counter, 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 counter. Love the way he moves in there. Hayfield scores his second of the game. I love the way that Young cuts inside. That's one of the specific instructions that we have for him, is to dribble more, cut inside with the ball. Now, I don't know. It's interesting. Okay, now this is just me. This is me. This is how I would program this, okay? He's a right winger. It shows a graphic for a left winger. It doesn't matter if you're looking at the left winger. The left winger, it shows the same graphic. So if this is me programming this game, guess what I'm doing? I am flipping the graphic for the right winger to show the right winger over here cutting inside. Because really what this looks like you're telling the winger to cut outside. Yeah, dribble in wide areas. No, it looks like you're telling the right winger, when it's set like this, it looks like you're telling the right winger. It looks like you're telling the right winger, go outside. Does everybody see that? Anybody have a preference on that? Okay, we did replace Morgan, so Morgan, we should look at his stats a little bit more. He's got good acceleration, good pace. He is 12 dribbling, 10 finishing. He is 13 long shots. So we're going to give him instructions. We're going to tell him to cut inside the ball. We're going to tell him to dribble more because he's a good dribbler. We're going to tell him to shoot more often, which he already is. Let's do more attacking runs into space. I'll do standard because I don't want him going offside. Yeah, so cut inside and dribble more. Because he is a good dribbler, a good shooter. 10 finishing, 13 long shots. We want him to shoot more. I was going to do. We're looking at instructions again. We're playing through. Dribbling, encourage. Okay. There's a little pinball action here. Hits the upright, hits his own player with the ball, and then Hayfield just comes up and snaps it up. He was on the ball. He was the first one on the ball. A lot of activity down near the Torquay goal. There's their 9. 14 and 7. There's the 7. Where's the 14? He's probably over here, right? Yeah, there's the 14. It looks like Morgan has the ball here. Okay. So let's look at our stats. We still don't have much. Still don't have as much possession, but we do have the lead. 7 shots, 4 on target, with only 2 long shots. So only 33% of our shots are long shots. We finally got to 1 xG. They're at the same. We've each had 1 clear-cut chances, 2 corners to 5 corners. Headers 1. More headers we've won. More tackles 1. We have fouled more times than they have. We have possessions pretty even. We've covered a little bit more distance than they have. We have a better average rating. We hit the woodwork once. Passes completed. They've completed more passes than we have. That's interesting. That's what I want to change it to. I want to change pass to feet, not into space. Final third passes. Look at that. Normally, we are like 2 to 3 times more than the opposing team in final third passes. Progressive, about the same. Ball share, crosses, opposition, passes per defensive action, about even. But yeah, this is concerning right here, final third passes. So let's go in to tactics, and we're going to go into instructions. We're going to go into passing directness. I'm going to keep the passes shorter, but we want to keep passes into feet rather than into space. Let's see if we can keep a little bit more of the ball. Chuffed? Anybody chuffed? How does our shape look? He gets tired a lot. My forwards are all doing well. Can I get an update on the injury? No. Everybody's composed. That's good. Calm, calm. Now see, once we get up by too many goals, people start getting complacent. Let's see in the second half if we can get more possession with the pass to feet instruction. Keep pressing, keep pressing. "30 seconds in. Just let him go right past you, Morgan." Well, let's mark Alves. Tight marking always. Trigger a press always. Show him onto his weaker foot always. How big is he, Jordan? 6 foot. Not very strong. We're going to tackle you. That was going to be hard for any goalkeeper to stop, though. The reason that James Sure-Handed Hammond got that nickname is because in one match he was catching. He caught like at least a half a dozen balls, just shots on goal. He would just catch it. Shot on goal, catch it. Shot on goal, catch it. He just was catching, yeah, 5 to 10 balls, and I just like, this guy's got good hands. He is sure-handed. So he got the nickname. Now let's see. Our possession isn't changing. 5 minutes into the half. Let's go to maybe doing bring our line of engagement down a little bit. Let's bring our defensive line standard. Let's bring our trigger press is going to be okay. We're still going to counter press. We're going to stay on our feet. We're still going to trap outside. We're going to still force short goalkeeper distribution. I don't think the step up more is going to be a problem, but I'm going to balance that now on defense. We can always slow the tempo down a little bit. You know what? I don't want to do that. I want to keep the other team running. Force them to run. So make those defensive changes. Another injury. Come on, game. You gotta be kidding me. Oh dear. The game doesn't like me anymore. What's wrong? Red card? How do you get a red card? No, it shows an injury, right? Or is it a red card? Injured. No, it doesn't show an injury over here. Is it a red card? There's no icon. I mean, you could always just not play with a striker, right? We were up 3-1. What is this? Is this an injury? He's injured. Okay. Dolan can play up there, right? Who's best up there? Hayfield? Can Hayfield play up there? No. Morgan? No. Young can play up there. Channel forward. What about Dolan? Dolan's also a channel forward. Let's keep Young where he is. We could always flip them around because I think Dolan can also play on the right. Yeah, he can play over here. So let's bring Young up here. Let's keep Young where he is. Let's do undo. Let's bring Dolan on up here. Is he a poacher? What's his best position? Let's have him drop off into space. Let's do channel forward. Okay, we got our possession up a little bit. Let's see, Dolan's on a 6-8, Young's on a 7-3. Give it back to him. Get it out of the danger area. Come on, guys. Disallowed. Okay, offside. Can I see the offside replay? I thought I had it in here to show offside replays. Let's see. Show replays, show goals, online technology, disallowed offside goals. Okay, well, it's not showing me. It's not showing me. Here we go again. Come on, Falson. Keep an eye on who's behind you. Press him. You're supposed to be pressing him. I told you. Look, over here. I told you. Alves. Tight marking. Press. Tackle him. Show him onto his weaker foot. Okay, let's go back here. I think Mansur is my best defender. Who's my best tackler? Worthington. Tackling 9, aggression 12. Mansour. Tackling 8, aggression 10. Falston. Tackling 10, aggression 8. So, Falston, I want you to mark. Alves. Okay? I want you to mark him. I want you to tackle him. Standard. I want you to, no, not that one. I want you to mark him tight. Okay? Can you do that for me? Oh, you know what? I haven't made any subs. Need to make some subs. Dyer's complacent. He's been complacent lately. I don't know why. Maybe Palmer on, I guess. Go from a 3 to a 2. Or maybe just tell him, hey, get your head in the game, guy. How's my attack doing? Dolan, Morgan, Hayfield, Young, composed. So the only complacent guy I got in the field is Dyer, who the game still. So when you click undo here, it should take that graphic down, right? Everybody agree? I agree. Young's having a good game. Who do I want to bring in? Anybody who might be a game changer. Tackling 13, aggression 15. Worthington, you're going to come off for. Have you play defensive midfield? We're going to have you play defensive midfield. We're going to have you stay back, play a fullback. Have you stay back, play a fullback. And then let you guys keep attacking. Who else is? Morgan's not having a great game. Nothing I can do about it. Cisse, you are not good at tackling, not very aggressive. So I need Falston over here still. Even though Faustin's not having a great game. Dyer's not having a great game either. So let's bring, can Worthington play back there? No, he can't. Who can? I know one of my guys can play back there. Mansour can play back there. He's a 2.5 versus Palmer, who's a 1.5. So let's undo this. We're going to bring Mansour back here. We're going to bring Deje up here. Deje plays on this side. And you are going to be a defensive midfielder. Let's see. In possession, out of possession. Mansour, you're going to play here. Defense. You're going to play a central midfielder. Hayfield, you're going to play a central midfielder. Defensive. You're going to be the stopping center back. Mansour, you can be a covering center back. You guys are going to play over here. We want you still to be fullbacks. You need to stop their attacks. Mansour, why are you still out of position? No, you shouldn't be. You're not. Okay. It just took me clicking on something different. How do I get back to? Okay. So we're just keeping. Interesting. In possession, Worthington is a defensive midfielder. Out of possession, and he's got 2.5 stars. Out of possession, he's a defensive midfielder, but he's only 2 stars. I guess I don't understand that. Yeah, we're gonna track. You're gonna track back. Actually, no. You're my best goal threat, so I think we still need to keep you on wide outlet winger, inside outlet winger. What about Morgan? I'll just leave you at winger. Okay, and 73 minutes. I've only made 3 substitutions. Let's wait a few more minutes and see if we need to do more substitutions, but we are going to change our tactics. Out of possession, we're going to do a mid block. Tempo is going to be much lower. Lower. Time wasting more often. We're going to do counterattacking standard. We still want to do some counterattacking if there's an opportunity. Keep the ball in play to keep the clock going. I mean, I know the clock is going, but you don't have to add time for free kicks and stuff. Let's go to more disciplined. We can, let's do bypass the press. Fullbacks. Let's distribute the ball to the flanks. Ball into the box. Goalkeeper distribution. Slow the pace down. Out of possession. Defensive line, we're going to do standard. We're going to do trigger press, standard. We're going to do defensive transition, standard. Just slow everything down a little bit. Defensive line behavior, balanced. Okay, here we go. Who tripped him? Who caused the penalty? Okay, this is the 18th ranked team in the division. So now I need to go back and change everything again, back to the way it was. So stupid. Okay, why isn't this working? Why aren't I able to pause the game? Mouse isn't working, spacebar isn't working to pause the game. Okay, this is fun. Come on, game. Okay. Well, let me try to hop out of here and come back in to another screen. Something? Anything? I can't pause the game. There's the winner, right? It won't let me. I can click here. I can't click here to pause the game. It's why? Why isn't the game letting me pause? Spacebar. Everything else is responding to clicks. I mean, I could not do a substitute if I wanted to. The game's not letting me pause. So we just lost the game. Okay. This is where I reload the game. I mean, I can't even get out of the screen now. Yeah, this is where I reload the game and play this over again. Okay. Okay, this is what I talk about. If anybody looks at my Twitch page and my about thing here, this is what I talk about. We're going to load the game. Cancel. Let's see. It was when? It was on the 30th, but it was at like earlier than that. We're going to load the game. We're going to come in here. No, see, I don't want to go all the way back to December 6th. Game date, December 30th. December 29th, December 14th. Okay, let's go to here. Okay, the next game is against Bath. That's where, as far as you know, as far as my gaming is concerned, that's where I draw the line. When there's a bug like that won't let me play the game, I mean, disables a integral part of the game where I was looking at making changes, I was looking at making substitutions, and the game would not let me pause the game so I could do that. That's where I draw the line. And I say, you know what? I'll just start it over again. I'll just play that game over again. It's ridiculous. So we have the game tonight at 19:45. What is that? 7:45? Yeah, it's ridiculous. Terrible. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out and look and see if anybody's had any issues with if anybody else has had any issues with the game freezing up. Mouse freezes during match. Your FM26 mouse freezing during matches is a common issue, likely due to game bugs, especially online, custom content conflicts, or driver system issues. But solutions involving updating drivers, removing mods, clearing cache, blah, 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 with or adjusting mouse polling rates, with many players suggesting updates or waiting for official patches are key. All right, let's see. This same thing came up. I don't like it that you can't change opposition instructions here. Just for what it's worth. Morgan, Dolan, I'm not going to change anything. I got the same team coming in. Now, again, we should be winning this game because we are first in the league. They are 18th. So again, we're going to go into our tactics and we're going to look at opposition instructions. Never trigger a press on Joe Raines. That's fine. Will Jenkins Davis. I think we had him set up for tackling because he's not a big guy. Jordan Alves, we didn't have him set up, but he's not a very big guy either. I was going to let the game tell me what to do with him. But what we can do is we can go into where we were going to go. And because their striker is not very big or very strong, we were going to tell our team instructions to trap outside. Now remember, we didn't have much possession of the ball to begin with. Now this is what we're normally used to against teams that are much weaker than us. To be honest with you, in the other game we were, and again, that's not why I'm replaying. I'm replaying this because the mouse froze and the space bar froze and it would not let me, the game would not let me with like, what, 15 minutes left in the game. I wanted to make some changes and the game wouldn't let me do it. So we actually scored in the first game, we scored about 7 minutes in. Here we've scored 16 minutes in. Yeah, the reason that I'm replaying this is because with about 15 minutes left to go in the game, the mouse froze. Well, it's something in the game. Something froze where I could not click on the pause button to pause the game. Spacebar was not letting me pause the game like just now. Spacebar. Up here, play, pause, play, pause. That wasn't working. It's like the last 20 minutes of the game, I had no way to change my tactics. I had no way to change my players. I had like 2 substitutions left, nothing. And so I'm like, when a game does that, I feel fully within my right as the owner of the game, licensed owner, to replay it. I mean, a good 20-25% of the game I was not able to play properly because the game froze. It froze the mouse from working and it froze the keyboard from working. So I wonder if, and maybe there's something in preferences that you can change. It always looks like the ball, even when the ball is at the player's feet, you can see they're dribbling. It always looks like the ball is floating. Maybe if you could put on, I'll look in the preferences, see if I can find in the preferences if, okay, as they're starting in 11 minutes, find in the preferences where there's a shadow on the ball. So when the ball's on the ground, the shadow's smaller. When it's up in the air, it's kind of behind it or tracking it or whatever. So that's a good goal for us. Skip that. Again, we're dominating possession like we normally do against much weaker teams. But again, that's not why I'm replaying this, because our possession before was about 50-50. And I had some bad experience with shouts in a couple of my most recent games. So I'm not doing shouts. I'm staying away from them. Oh, what a header by Hayfield. Incredible. What a header by Hayfield. Hayfield makes the run right here. Look at this. Look at that shot by Sonny Go Fish. What a shot. Now, see, this is what happened in the first game. We went up 2-0 in the first half. And then in the second half, they started, I don't know what changes they were making, but they made changes and they got back into the game. Stuff like that. How does Alves just walk around and just right through the middle? Right through. This is basically what happened in the first game. Look at this. Look at this. Well, I guess we got to mark Davies, right? I thought we were marking him. Always, always normal. Who is marking him? You know, I'm going to get one of my midfielders. Not sure who it was. Is it Worthington? Worthington's pretty good acceleration, pretty good pace. He may not have been able to keep up with him. 12 and 11. Worthington is 12 and 11. Let's see. Tackling 9, aggression. Tackling 8, aggression. Positioning 10. Positioning 9. Let's tell Mansour. Let's tell Worthington. Worthington, you're going to mark. You're going to mark Alves on defense. Mansour, you're going to mark this guy on defense. You're going to ease off tackles, but you're going to mark tighter. No, you don't have to ease off tackles. You can tackle standard. Worthington, what's your aggression? 12. You can tackle normally. Okay. I mean, he's just allowed to just run right through there. Come on, guys. That's where you kind of want to have a shout at your players. I think I might have been up 3-0 or 3-1. I remember that play right there. Okay, here's a counter. Okay, Mansour's. Why don't you mark? Who's marking him? I had Falston marking him too. Worthington's marking him. Okay, this should be a final halftime whistle replay. Low Everton. So the difference in this game too is Low Everton is not injured. Low Everton was injured, I think, in the 20th minute of the first game. Okay, we had 9 shots. I think last game we had 7. 2 long shots, same as last game. Ads are starting in 4 minutes. He only had 1 shot on goal, and it was a goal. 1 shot on goal is a goal. Our XG is like 6 times what their XG is. Our possession is where it should be pretty much. Okay, passes completed. Final third passes, double what theirs is. Again, that's normal for us. Progressive passes, that's normal for us, having more progressive passes in the opposing team that is weaker than we are. Crosses, opposition passes per defensive action. This is where we're usually at. We're much better breaking their press. So in that first game, Low Everton was injured. Our 2 strikers were injured. Low Everton, our left winger, and Sonny Go Fish were both injured. Not in this game. So we're going to stay positive. We're going to keep the same instructions. Probably going to have to change him out on 68 minutes. Falston, how are you at marking 10 and 8, 7 and 12, 9? So we're actually going to tell you to mark Alves. Alves. Your tackling can be standard. And your marking can be tight. Because your tackling is what? 10. Your aggression's 10. So let's go in and tell them to, we're always going to press him. We're always going to tackle him. We're always going to show him on his weaker foot. Now, that means Worthington, you can come off of marking him. No specific instruction. You can mark standard. Okay, everybody's composed. James Hammond is nervous. Okay, let's go to the second half. Now, to me, these guys, 23 games into the season, these guys are playing a lot better. Bath City is playing a lot better, in my opinion, than an 18th ranked team. Nice. That was a save. Ten shots to 1. Young comes back to scoop up the ball. Oh, Everton decides to make a run forward, gives it back to Falston. Low Everton shifts on the run. Sonny go fish. Scores. Okay, I was able to pause right there. I'm able to pause. Okay. I think sometimes you get a lead like this, and some of the changes that you make might be an overreaction because the other team could still score. You still need to be able to score goals. You can't just switch everything. You could go defensive, I guess, but I like to stay positive. Okay, ad breaks are going on, and so I am going to take a break, and I'll be back in. Where's my screener? I'll be back in just a minute. Thank you for watching. Hey, everybody. Thanks for the break. I appreciate it. Where am I? What screen do I got to be on here? This one? Yeah, thanks for the break. Hello, Raiders, if you're still here. Oh, wow. Lots of Raiders. Hi, guys. I'm sorry. I just before I saw you come in, I saw that an ad was starting, and I got to get up for 3 minutes an hour just to walk around a little bit. I appreciate everybody coming in, though. Let's see. Brown, you're a Raider. You're a Raider. Let's see. Who rated me? Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Some messages might have been deleted because I've got some spam things set up because when I first started streaming, I got a lot of people sending spam into my channel, and I was just trying to control it. Brown, 1E89, rating with a party of 11. Thanks, Brown. Appreciate it. Welcome in, guys. The save is going okay. Right now, I'm top of the league by about 16 points halfway through the season, playing Torquay United, who play in the Enterprise National South League. Yeah, we've got a big lead. We've got like a 16-point lead. We have a 16 goal differential. But we have had some hiccups lately. So this is actually a replay. This is Bath City, they are 18th in the league, and Torquay, as I said, my team, which are first. This is a replay of this game because about 75 minutes in, I'm glad you guys are in the channel because I need to ask you. About 75 minutes into the game, I got to a point where I could not pause the game. My mouse would not work to, up. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get you back in over here. So, up here in the upper right-hand corner, you can click on the arrow button to pause the game, or you can space bar, which I'm doing right now, to pause the game. Neither one of those were working. Bath had come back to draw the game at 3-3, and I still had 2 substitutions left, plus I needed to change tactics a little bit. I couldn't do anything. I just had to sit and watch Bath finally win the game, coming back from 3-1, winning the game 4-3. I couldn't do anything. And so I'm like, you know what? When a game does that to me, that's not just getting FM'd. That's getting, what's the term that I use? If you look in my about section of my channel, to me, that's just getting beat by bugs, and I refuse to get beat by bugs. And so, yeah, I reloaded this. This is the game. We're playing it again. Anybody else have that? Anybody else have that problem before where you cannot pause the game? Very frustrating. So I just reloaded. I'm like, you know what? A bug is not going to beat me. I don't mind if I lose a game, outright, but I'm not going to let a bug beat me. So we're playing the game again. We just started second half. We're up 3-1. Looks like we have an attack going on here. In that game before, my left winger and my striker both got injured. Now, I don't think that really had anything to do with the final score line, because I have competent substitutes for them. But yeah, it was a bug, and I hope it doesn't happen again. It's the first time I've experienced it in 26, and it's basically the first time I've experienced it, a bug to that. Most of the bugs I find are in the UI, but that's really the first time that I found an in-game bug, a match, when you're in a match. And that is a huge bug that needs to get squashed as quickly as possible by SI. So you had a issue earlier where the game seemed to be glitching the same thing over and over again for like 2 minutes. Wow. Was it in a match, Brown? And what is your save? Benny Kaj. How's it going? Who else is in here that I might know? Benny Kaj. I think you're the only other name that I recognize. So, any of you guys, what teams are you guys playing? The reason I play Torquay is because I've been to Torquay on vacation, and I just started following the team maybe 10 years ago. And yeah, it's just a fun team. Huh, interesting. So it just kept, so it would play that graphic and then just go right back to like the same screen, play it again, go back, play it again for 2 minutes. Wow. Yeah. First time I've really had a bug like that in a match. Most of the bugs I find or have found are in the user interface. I was saying though, it would be nice, and maybe I can change this. I was thinking about changing this in the preferences. I don't know if this is something you can change in the preferences, but the ball always looks like it's floating like a foot or two off the ground, even though when you know the pass is running along the ground. So a shadow, and maybe I can just ratchet up shadows. A shadow for the ball would be really good to show where the ball is in relation to the pitch. Well, let's keep going. Let's keep going. There's a cross here, and that's another goal by Sonny Go Fish. Sonny Go Fish is the leading scorer in the league. He's also the best player in the league. He's got the best average rating. Tell Elias Mansour, shoot less often. Okay. He's probably a bad shooter because he's a defensive midfielder. So yeah, tell him. They've had one shot. That shot was on target, and that shot was a goal. Yeah, the player was trying to clear the ball away from the box. Currently doing Conquer Europe save, where I have to start unemployed with no badges and work my way up through the women's leagues before I move into the men's leagues. Oh, that's cool. So you have to, work your way up through the women's leagues to like win the championship or the Champions League, and then you can try to get a job with the men's leagues. That's cool. I like how players of this game create their own. Um, the game allows you to create your own scenarios. Thanks for following, Brown. I appreciate it. How the game allows you to create your own scenarios. I think that's cool. Just, you can create whatever kind of game you want as far as achievements and stuff like that. And anybody else who might have a mind to follow me, I'd appreciate it. I stream usually Wednesday, Thursday, Friday from 10 to 1 Mountain Standard Time here in the US. And then I upload my VODs to YouTube. So I have a YouTube channel, same channel, Biff Gimbal. And you can watch my videos there. I do have another season of Torquay that I played in FM24, another 3 seasons actually. First season, we made it to the playoffs. We lost in the playoffs in the first round. Second season, we actually won the league and were automatically promoted. And the third season, I haven't finished yet because 26 came out. So, so let's see. Yeah, we are dominating here. So what do we have here? Oh, this was an own goal. I didn't see that. First goal was an own goal. Hayfield scored with Fish assisting. Everton scored with Fish assisting. All right, let's keep going. Okay, we have a throw-in. They have a throw-in. Wow. 2 quick shots from them, 1 on target. Our XG is still almost, right now is almost 8 times higher than their XG. You have to win the top 5 leagues in Europe and Champions League with the women, and do it all again with the men. The top 5 leagues. So now, how does that work with once you win one league, say you win the Premier League, so you have to win you have to win the Champions League in each of the 5 leagues. So you have to win the Champions League as a manager for a women's team in Premier League, Bundesliga, Serie A, La Ligue, and La Liga. Oh, you have to win the Champions League just once. Okay. That's cool. Like I said, it's so cool that the game lets you just create your own achievements, you know? Welcome into the channel, everybody. Appreciate it. Appreciate you viewing. Yeah, it's going to be a long save, all right. Yep. I'd kind of, I know some streamers that, like Lelujo, he does what's called a, you're tired of Spurs? Are Spurs doing Spurs things? They're Spursy. Lelujo has he has a save where he starts as like the lowest team. He finds a town that's close to him that's got a team, a football team. The Spurs are definitely Spursy. He finds a team in the lowest division that's playable in the game. He starts with that team and then he has to move up. But he can accept jobs from other teams. He has some other saves too, but with this one, I want to start with Torquay and try to get Torquay like eventually to like the Champions League. So we'll see how that works out. We're doing really well this season, so we'll see how all that works out. Hopefully we can get bugs eliminated from the game. So let's look and see what changes we can make. The goalkeeper's complacent. I don't like that. Dyer's complacent. He was complacent in the first game. Morgan's complacent. All these guys are complacent. Wallace. I might bring Wallace in. Who's having the worst game? It's my goalkeeper. You can sit on the bench. Now, who's super tired? Okay, you're tired. We'll bring Rose on for you. Dryer's really super tired, but he's calm. Who can play over there? It's Mansour. He can play back here for Dryer. And you bring Jedi in. Oh, that's right. I I got to change his nickname. Should be a good save. I did something similar with Carlisle United on FM24. I took them from the National League to Champions League winners in 9 seasons. Wow. That is awesome. That is incredible. Let's see. Let's go back over here. How's Falston playing? Mansur's tired. He should probably come off also. Worthington, can you play back there? You cannot. Palmer can play back there, but Palmer is only a half. He's only 2 stars. I think Rose is also only 2 stars as a defender. Let's see how it plays out. He's playing okay, and he is composed. We're up 3-1. I think we want to do a few things like we're going to slow the tempo down. We're going to in possession, we're going to slow down the pace. Let's go past the feet. Let's keep balanced. Let's just make those 2 changes right now. Okay. The ball back to Young. Rose has the ball. Come on up. Oh, crosses. But to Falston. Falston's going to put it into the... All right. Jedi. Uriah Jedi. Jedge. Pause here. Anyway, I'm going to have to go and get some food, have a good rest of the stream. Make sure to pop back in sometime. Definitely. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Thanks for everybody who's here. Appreciate it. All right. So Falston does get it into the danger area. Jedi comes in. I mean, he's just coming into space here. Looks like it might have taken a deflection. So I think now what we want to do is go back here. We want to much lower tempo. Time wasting more often. I'm not surprised I didn't fix that. I thought I changed that before. Yeah, slow the pace down. Out of possession. I'm not going to change this because, I mean, I could change our counterattacking, all that stuff, but we're a counterattacking team. So I want the guys to play counterattacking football. Angry to be taken off. You're like really tired, weren't you, Mr. Dryer? You're like super tired. This guy. What is his personality again? I thought he was balanced. Yeah, he gets upset. He's got a trigger. He's got a hair trigger personality as far as getting upset and stuff. I think we're going to switch you to defensive midfielder. I'm going to switch you to a, didn't we take you off yet? Rose. We're going to set you to a fullback because Faustin can play. We're going up the left-hand side anyway. Anybody else need to come off? Mansur, don't have a replacement for him really. I'm pretty Palmer on, I guess. Mansur's pretty tired. He's uninterested. It's like they're tired, they're uninterested. All my strikers are in good form. Young's complacent. Let's just go with that. Yeah, this is about in the first game of this that I played where things froze up on me. Spacebar wouldn't work. The pause button up here in the upper right hand corner wouldn't work. So that was last 15 minutes of the game. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't make any changes. What was that? Rose took a long shot. How do my shots look? Okay. 18 shots, 10 on target, 4 long shots. So that's only about 25% of my shots are long shots. So that's kind of what we're going for because the instruction is discourage long shots. So sometimes that instruction works and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes like 50% of the shots are long shots. Okay. Wallace gives up what? The first shot on target? Oh, disallowed. That's interesting. That's interesting because Bath City in the first game that I played, they also had a disallowed goal for offside, similar to that one. Scripted? Scripted? Is there an AI scripting going on in the game? I wonder. And welcome in Raiders, and thanks for coming in. Anybody have a chat's open to everybody? Anybody have any inclination on following me? I would appreciate it. And thanks for coming in. All right, so we're on 4 more minutes of added time, and then we're going to walk off the field. And that's much better. Not just the win, but that there was no bugs. Let's look at our stats. Shots 20. That's about what we're used to against teams that are much weaker than we are, at least as far as the standings show. We're used to more possession. We're used to more shots on target, higher XG. Our XG was what, about 6 times what their XG was. That's the most clear-cut chances that I've had in a match in 26. Same on headers, same on tackles, possession, distance covered. Our average rating, much better, which you would expect. Shots blocked, passes completed, much better. Final third passes, twice as much in the final third, which is what we are used to. Almost double progressive passes, which we are used to. Opposition passes per defensive action. We're kind of used to this also, that we're really good at breaking down their press. And then we had a few offsides. Good win. Appears positively delighted, extremely delighted, positively chuffed. We only used 4 substitutes, I think. So we're up now by 18 with 25 matches played. Oh, actually, we have a game in hand on Maidenhead. But as far as Dorking goes, we are 18 points ahead. Okay, let's go to Sonny and tell him that 2 goals, 840. Yep. I want to see what my team's morale is like. It's coming back. We lost 3 games in a row, and my assistant manager, I usually go with what they tell me to do as far as after the game talks and stuff. And I just lit into my team after every game because we played so badly in each game, and their morale just dropped like crazy. So yeah, so just so you guys can see a little flavor of what we were used to and what we. So we went until December before we had a loss. We were very good. We only had 1 draw in preseason. And then in the regular season, we had 3 draws. The rest were wins. So that's how we got that big lead. And then we just got bounced out of both of these cup competitions. South Shields at the time was, I think, in 14th when we lost to them. I think it was 1-0. And then Woking, they were in Enterprise North. We're in the Enterprise South. So basically, that outcome, I don't know. I can't say I should have won the game, but they kept us at bay as far as shots, possession, all that stuff. We lost against Woking 3-0. Woking is the Enterprise National, so they're 1 division above us. But right now, they're only about 12 places above us because they're in 12th, and we're in first in the league right below them. And they beat us 3-0. And then we lost our first game in the league against Totten. Totten they were like in 7th, I think, when we played them. We lost 3-1. So it's a huge, huge hiccup. And then things look to be getting back a little bit to normal. So Cisse is going to be ineligible because he was loaned to us from Dover. Dennis the Menace. Louis the Menace Dennis. Dover it'd be nice if there's a lot of room in here. There's a lot of room over here. This is where they used to show you who scored the goals in the games, that they took that out because now they have it over here. They have the game summary over here. They have the starting lineup over here. But it'd be nice if when you click here, either up here, somewhere in here with all this space, it would tell you what their league position is instead of having to click on them to see what their league position is. They're in our division. They're in 10th. So now it's the 30th. We just won. I like to have a recovery and a match review the day after the match. And then for my starters, I rest them for 2 days because we do play Gegenpress, and I want them to be all well rested for the Dover game. So tomorrow we're going to rest them for 2 days, but I want this to get triggered. So let's see, messages. So this is all superfluous. Calendar's here, news is here, inbox is here. So why that window shows up, I have no idea. Only as a placeholder. It looks like it's only as a placeholder for you to give you something to look at until this populates. But otherwise, it's just, you don't need it there. It's a waste of programming. So Wednesday. So right now, this is locked in. This day is locked in as far as training goes. It's already it's 9:15. So we are going to, we're not going to risk forwarding. We're just going to rest the guys on these 2 days. Go to squad. Go to here. I'm going to rest all these guys for 2 days. And get them some rest. So what are my messages? I also don't like it that I think I was here. So this message shows it's been read. This one is bold. It shows it's unread. So I think now when I click off of this, say I click and look at tactics, then I go back to the screen. See, it jumps up to the next message. I haven't read this message yet. If I do it again, click off of it, it jumps up to the next message. I don't want it to do that. I want it to stay here on my next message. I'm just looking at other screens. If I did that enough, I had enough messages, like 10 messages, I'd be like, where was I? Where was my next message? Where was my next message after I started clicking on stuff to look at over here? Anyway, that's something I think SI should just leave it here until I click on the next message that I want to read. This is should be totally separate from anything I do over here. Just leave it on the message that I'm on until I click on the next message. Okay, player of the week, Josh O'Mara for Maidenhead. Okay. Key findings. We scored none of our 7-shot attempts from outside the penalty area. That's why I have long shots discouraged, because we don't score from outside the penalty area. We conceded none of the 6-shot attempts from outside the penalty area. We're getting a good number of touches of the ball in the opposition penalty. It was one of 3-shot attempts from inside the penalty area. We regained possession well in central areas of our own third of the pitch. That's interesting, because I think the last game I had them funneling outside, but maybe we should funnel them inside if we're regaining possession well in central areas of our own third. Mentoring groups need attention. Yep, do that, please. Thank you. Development advice. I don't like it here also where if you just, I'm over here and I bring it over here to click, I can't click right here. There's a gap between where you can click. You can see it appearing there. So I can't come up here. So if I move my cursor in this box to click, and if for some reason I bring it down here, I just move it. I'm like, okay, development device, I come over here. I can't click. I have to move it again to click. That's another little pet peeve that I have. I've done some programming, and I took some programming classes college level classes, and it's like kind of understand, you know, these things shouldn't be. You should, I mean, I should be able to move my mouse. If this is going to highlight when my mouse is in the box, I should be able to move my mouse anywhere in the box and click, not like get here and can't click or have the click. You know, I'm clicking, 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 clicking. Yeah. Oh, I want to give him a nickname. Jedi. Great midfielder, only 19 years old. I don't think the team wants to yeah, he's not for sale by Norwich. I should ask the board because in my FM24 save of Torquay, I was able to get a good affiliate team. I think it might have been Norwich actually in the I think they were in the championship at the time. Yeah. I was able to get them and they loaned me some play. Actually, they didn't loan me any players. I kept asking them for players. They wouldn't loan them to me. But yeah, I need to ask my club about. Let's see. Club history, facilities, competition, staff. About the club. Affiliates. Proposed affiliates, none. Who's my senior affiliate? He's a senior of Buckland. They're the senior affiliate? He's disappointed. I've already asked for that. Let's go back to club. Let's go to club vision. Let's go to board. I've made 9 requests to the board. They've rejected all of them. Oh, wait, what did they complete here? Oh, a course was arranged. So I've been asking for a coaching course for myself. They've denied it. I've been asking for a new affiliate. They've denied it. They are happy with me, though. We did reach the Enterprise South well, they want me to reach the Enterprise South playoffs. We're on track to do that. We did reach the FA Cup proper. We were competitive in the FA Trophy, so they're okay with how I'm doing. But let's see. I already rested the players, right? Now see, the graphic doesn't show up. I know I rested them, but the graphic doesn't show up that they're being rested. That's disturbing. That's disturbing. Dover. 4-2-3-1. So we have ads starting in 15 minutes. Financial update. $450,000 in the bank, guys. Send me on a coaching course. Jeeper. Performance analyst report. We actually, I'll go through these. But before that 3-game losing streak, we had the top goal scorer in the league. We were rated as the top offensive team in the league. And we lost 3 games in a row. I guess the guy's heads got too big or something, right? Goals per game, 2.5. Non-penalty goals per game, 1.7. Shots per game, 19. So in a couple of those games that we lost, we got like 8 to 10 shots per game. All those games were basically outliers. And again, we're getting the same message before. Shots per 90, goals per 90. He's a goal a game player. Average highest rating. He's the most goals in the division. He's the best player in the division. Worst perform attacking team analysis. Who's that? Enfield Town. Menfield month or mentoring month in review. Menfield month. Menfield. He's declined slightly over the last 3 months. Changed out of possession training role to pressing central midfielder. He's been okay in training lately. He's been trying hard. I'm glad. Our Sonny Go Fish is the Enterprise National League South Player of the Month with an average rating of 8.3. He's my best player. I got to get him back for next year. We get promoted. He's my number one priority because in my 24 save with Torquay, I had Aaron Jarvis. He was a goal a game striker. He was the best player. Again, he was like Sonny Go Fish, the best player in the division. He was the top goal scorer in the division. But at the end of the season, he wanted to make more money. And I told him I couldn't afford it. Well, I should have found a way to afford it. I did. So that season we lost in the playoffs, I had to let him go. That season I did find another striker that was not a goal a game striker, but we did win promotion. So, but this guy is just so good. Sonny Go Fish dedicates Enterprise National League South Player of the Month to his coach, Al-Sul. Can I click on this? Okay. 29 goals and 30 appearances. So, let's go to, where is he? No, I want to custom views. I want to look at Lalujo squad view. That's the only mod that I have. He's under contract for another year. So that's good. But yeah, I got to sign him to a long-term contract. He's just the best player that we have. When's the game? The game is on Saturday against Dover. Let's see. No dropped frames. Looking good. 10 minutes till ads. Board is doing an unbelievable job. Clear the right head coach for the job. The board is ecstatic, but will they send me on a coaching? No. The supporters are very pleased. Club dynamics, team cohesion is good. Dressing room is very good. Let's look at this because we haven't looked at this much. Managerial support is high. Club atmosphere is high. There's 2 unhappy players. That would be Sonny Low Everton and Dennis the Menace. Match prep. They want us to high press and they want us to build up. So let's go to tactics and make sure that we're doing that. High press, and where's our build up play? What do you want to play through? Because that's what we're used to doing. Now they're probably going to tell me at some point to go down to a balanced mentality. So see, in the last game, I did some rotation. In the last game, I did some rotation because I want Hayfield on the bench. He's my backup. He is my backup playmaker in the center here. How is Jay doing? He's the one I was talking about before. Jay. He's a best attacking midfielder. He's very good. Now Cisse. So Hayfield, low Everton. You're not playing. I think Dolan's coming in for you, right? Yeah. You're still injured for what? 3 to 6 weeks. So, how are you guys doing as far as you guys are a little bit down on your sharpness. Yep, we'll play low Everton. Morgan can come on for him. He could also come on for Jay. So we have Hayfield. We have three attackers basically. Worthington can come on in defensive midfield. Falston can also come on in defensive midfield, but they can come on as left back and right back respectively. Palmer, no. Even though Palmer could come on, he is only a 2-star. Falston can come in here, at least in back. Worthington come on here. Now see, I wanted to look at here. Pickrell's in possession. Pickrell's out of possession. Now I want to look at opposition instructions. Tightly mark Emmanuel Osho at all times. Let's click on that one. Marking him tightly, Ashton Boswell. Triggering a press when the ball is played to Ashton Boswell should help us. Show him onto his weaker foot. Tightly mark him. Shows Nikaj onto his weaker side. And that's it. But what I like to do is, he's 6'2". His passing's 2 to 5. He's not very eccentric. His first touch isn't great though. So what I like to do is I like to trigger a press on them, on those goalkeepers, and show them to their weaker foot. Now the defenders are 6 foot, 6'2", 6 foot, 6'1". So we're going to keep our crosses low. We're going to keep our crosses low because they've got big boys in there. And Sonny is 8 heading and he's 6'1". Dreyer is 11 heading, he's 6'3". Dyer is 10 heading, he's 6 foot. But their guys match up pretty well with our guys in that regard. Mensa is 12 heading and 13 jumping. He is 9 heading, 9 jumping. But I think we're just going to do that. Now let's see. As far as the midfielders go, he is 5'10", not very strong. We're going to tackle him. Ashton, you are 6'1", not that strong. We'll tackle you. Ruben, you are 5'11", not great strength. We'll tackle you. We're going to show all of you onto your weaker foot if we can. And George, you're 6 foot. Pretty good strength. You probably always mark him. He's the top goal scorer. I would think he scores from heading 10, jumping reach 9. He's 10 finishing, 10 long shots. Probably should mark him pretty tight and trigger a press on him. Ruben, should probably trigger a press on you since you have the most assists, most dribbles. That's why we're going to tackle you. George, though, when he's in the box, we should have him marked. And our best marker is going to be Dreyer. He's 11 marking, 12 jumping reach, 11 heading. So we're going to tell him to, we probably already have him marking him. Yep. Ease off tackles, though, because Dreyer is a 12 aggression. I think I'm just going to set that to normal for him. Just do standard. And then mark tighter. And then who do we want to mark their assist guy? Ruben. Your pace, acceleration and pace are really good. So we should have 11 and 11, 12 and 11. Your marking is 9. Your marking is 11. But you like to tackle hard. So you're going to ease off tackles. We're going to have you mark the assist guy. We'll see how that works. We'll see how that works. Thanks for sticking with the channel, guys. Again, appreciate any follows that anybody might like to toss at my channel. That'd be wonderful. We're favorites, but they're still going to tell me to use a balanced mentality. They're still going to tell me to use a balanced mentality, and I like to use a positive mentality. Okay. Ads are starting. I'm going to take a quick break. And thanks for watching, everybody. And we'll see you in a little bit. Thanks for watching. Hey, everybody, I'm back. Thanks for the break. It's nice just to get, at my age, it's nice just to be able to get up and walk around a little bit. So I appreciate it. Yeah, this is our under 18s team. We just don't have an under 18s team. It's all filled in with next gens or new gens, whatever they're called. So, when's the game? It's tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, this is just superfluous. I don't know why I have this up here. Just populate the screen over here. We should play with a balanced mentality. Nope. Now here's an issue that I have. Here's an issue that I have with the game. In 1 second. Here's an issue that I have with the game. This is good. Click on this. I understood. Would help reduce goals conceded inside the area. I feel a lower line of engagement. Okay, now that does explain what the instruction would be. We don't concede a lot of goals from inside the area, but I will take your advice. Play with a low block. You don't want me to play with a high press. You want me to play with a low block, even though we're used to playing with a high press. I believe shooting on sight would result in a vastly improved goals to touches ratio in the opposition's penalty area. I don't think that. It doesn't work. My guys, I've only got like one or two good shooters from long range. Let's try it. Leverage their superior dual winning capabilities against opponent by unsettle them and gain a foothold in the match. They want us to go in hard on the tackles. No, I'm not going to go in hard on the tackles because I don't want to get a red card. We don't try to play for set pieces against Dover because they don't concede very many goals from those situations and they have a fair advantage aerially too. Okay. We're not going to play for set pieces, but goals in their area, they want us to play a low block and they also want us to do long shots. So let's look at those team instructions for that tactic. You have to remember this. They want us to play shoot on sight, basically, and they want us to play a low block. So let's see how that goes for like the first 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then we'll make a decision from there. Okay, our training review. Let's go to training and click on anywhere in there. Got a lot of good trainers. Sonny always trains well. He's got a lot of these guys always train well. Now, some guys will not like it if you tell them that they're training well. Somebody told me, go down, do all the 8s and higher. I've heard somebody say, do all the 7s and higher. I think, from my experience in 26, you can do the 7.5s and up. So let's see how what I usually do is I will praise down the list. He's defensive. So that's where I end it right there. I don't press my luck. He's defensive because I told him I think you're training well. I don't press my luck beyond that. So, yeah, I have had somebody recently tell me they only do 8s and higher. Let's see. All eyes on McQueen. Player of the week, Charlie Ruff. Totten and Enfield. Responsibilities roundup. He's signed a new contract. Who is he? Can't you tell me who he is? He is authority, determination, motivation, fitness coach. Okay. Can't you just tell me here he's the fitness coach? Fitness tests. Jay's in the squad. Hayfield's in the squad. Cody Cook should probably be playing with the under 18s. Under 18s win as Edwards impresses. Aiden Edwards, new gen. He's very happy, but he's not very good. Matt Carson, 21 years old. And Alex Rodwell Grant. He's got potential also. He's 17 years old. So let's keep going. Try to get another game in here. Jake LeBarrel took several questions about the match and Sonny Go Fish from the non-league paper and build up turkeys. Okay, let's see what he says. How much of a role has Sonny Go Fish played in Torquay's success, in your opinion? He's a player of incredible quality and class. When a club possesses a player such as him, they're going to be formidable because of what he brings to the match. Dover is here. They're in 11th. Their form hasn't been great. 3 losses, a draw, and a win. Who did they recently win against? Ebbsfleet. Ebbsfleet is 22nd. And they only beat Ebbsfleet 2-1. So they actually beat Grays in the third round of the Cup FA Trophy. FA Cup second qualifying round, they lost. So they have not had a good run of form lately. See, I wish they told you here, where's Maidstone when this game was played? Where's Maidstone in the table? So they did beat 22nd Ebbsfleet. So here we're 18, 19, and Dover is, but you can't gauge it by this. I mean, things happen. So we have to remember those changes we made because we might have to make them back. Hayfield, Morgan, Dolan, because Louis is still out for several months, month and a half possibly. Sundyer, no. Palmer, no. Rose, Allison, Worthington. Okay, let's go to the match. How are our guys doing, though, as far as Jay's been out for like a week and a half? What's wrong with Cisse? Oh, he's ineligible. Well, that's right. He can't play against Dover because Dover is his parent club. So I think for him, we're going to bring on Palmer. Okay, go to the match. Okay, no more staff advice. Yeah, so Soares is in. Tagging midfielder wide. Okay, inspired, listen keenly. Jordan, be inspired because you are like one of our best players. I'm glad when you're inspired. Falston, why'd you let the ball go out? You just let it run out. What are you doing? Okay, we're playing a low block. We're playing, what, shoot on sight? Don't have any shots yet. We have 2 shots just then. Okay, linking up with Jay. It just lets it run out. Jay, why don't you run after it? It hit this. It hit the corner stanchion. It hit the corner stanchion. We have possession. There's a block by Sonny Go Fish. Okay, Young's got the ball. He's bringing it up on the left. He's a right winger. He's bringing it up on the left. We got 83% possession. We're not getting shots. We should have more shots than this right now. So what is this? A 4, 1, 2, 2, 1. We are playing. We are playing to go through the left. I think I'm going to switch that to the right. Yeah, they told us to switch off of set pieces. Shots from distance. I'm going to take that off again. Pass into feet. What if you try to play over? Possession actually just went down like 10% with those changes. There it is. There it is. Here it is. There it is. Got like 1.2 xg. We're getting chances. Keeping possession. Making a run again. Well, Everton just misses. So their 12 is out here. Their 13 is here. Kind of like to see a heat map. How many shots? See, the reason I take off long shots, because they take long shots anyway. So even though, like right now, I took off the I set it to discourage long shots. They still 25 of the shots that we've taken have been long shots. They still take long shots. I will be right back in a minute. Thanks for watching. Let me go over here to be right back. And I will be right back in a minute. Thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate it. Okay, I'm back. I threw a double on progressive passes, double on ball share. Look at this. Final third passes. We've had 5 times the number of passes in their final third than they've had in ours. Double the passes completed. We were dominating the game. We're just not finishing. We're just not finishing. Oh, that's what I hate them doing. Don't just kick the ball out into the slot. Seeing kind of in hockey, you would kind of call this area like right in front of the goal. That's the slot. You never want to just pass the ball from the flank out into the slot. Okay. What are you guys doing? Can I shout? I don't like shouting. Shouts don't work, or they work negative. I wish when you highlighted this, it would tell you what the shout does. Let's encourage them. Did it help? I mean, again, this is one of those games where you're dominating in every area. You're dominating in every area. What's wrong with Jay? Jay's injured again. Is he injured? No, but he's going to have to come off at halftime. Hopefully, he doesn't get any more injured in the next minute and a half. This is when I'm watching a game like this on TV, and I see that there's like 30 seconds left, or maybe a few seconds after the allotted amount of extra time. And I see the guys just kind of passing it around the back, and I'm like, the ref's going to blow the whistle. You guys are down by a goal. You should probably start pressing it up the field. The ref's going to blow the whistle. And sure enough, the ref blows the whistle, and they've just kind of been working in their own half, not advancing the ball. I'm like, you're down by a goal. Get the ball up the field. Because as soon as, I mean, the ref could blow the ball at any time here. There it goes. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so we're going to have to go attacking. This is what my assistant says to do. Okay, appeared inspired. Okay, we're going to change our tactics to attacking. We need to take Jay off and put on Hayfield. Fired up by the feedback. Can Jay stay on though? I don't know. Let's leave him on then. They're fired up, motivated. Dyer's frustrated. I don't know why. He's having a bad game. Who is he marking? Did we tell him to mark somebody? Yeah, he's marking him. Are you marking anybody? You are marking Ruben Soares Jr. I thought I had you marking Soares. Jedi, did I have you marking sores? Mansoor, you don't need to ease off tackles. You can tackle normally. I don't like this whole position and player. Like if I click on position, highlight position and don't put a highlight on player. If I click on player, there. That's what I was asking for. But why sometimes does it come up when you go into the screen? Comes up position, you click on player, it highlights both of them. Buggy. Bug. It's a bug. You are the one that I want to out of possession. I want you to ease off your tackles. But didn't I had you marking sores, right? So I don't need to have two of you marking sores. Okay, let's go attacking. Let's see if we can get Jay playing until maybe the 60th minute. Fired up. Okay, let's keep going. Again, we are dominating. We're dominating the stats. Twice the XG. We've got twice the passes completed. Look at this, final third passes. They've got 4 shots, 2 on target, 1 goal. We've got 75 passes in their final third. I mean, if we're just going to keep passing the ball around in the final third, somebody take a shot, okay? Somebody take a shot. Young scored on one of these shots recently. So let's see if he can score again. No. Let's do another shout. See if that helps. Yeah, it did help. Good. Score a goal. That was a penalty, ref. Tripped him in the box. You're supposed to be marking him, right? Just left the ball there. Nobody's on Boswell. Okay. Break. We're counterattacking team. Counterattack. Nothing comes of it. We are going to go very attacking. Jay's playing okay. Take Dyer off. Dyer's been getting frustrated. and anxious lately. I don't know why. They're both composed. They're both not really match sharpness. Let's bring Palmer on. Are you frustrated? Why are you frustrated? I wish I would tell you why the players are frustrated. Because you're not playing well? Sonny, you're not having a great game. Low Everton's not. Nobody's having a good game. Why? Had a great game last week. Let's go to let's bring Hayfield on because Jay was struggling a little bit earlier, possibly with an injury. Low Everton is nervous. He's playing the worst right now of all my players. Who comes on for him? I think Dolan does, doesn't he? No, Morgan does. Okay. Let's give him a pep talk. Seemed a little happier. Now, see, I clicked on the pep talk, but then it took me back to the screen. It didn't let me click on confirm changes. It brought on Hayfield. It brought on Morgan. It brought on Palmer. Okay. We're very attacking. "17 shots, 6 on target. How many shots have been long shots? 6. Pretty average for this team. They love shooting the ball. Okay, so let's try to get a counterattack going, shall we? Counterattack. We're a counterattacking team. You remember, don't you? You remember. Come on, Sonny, score. That's a corner, and there's not going to be a highlight. Nope. Okay, again. Okay, let me pause. Spacebar would not let me pause. I don't know. I think I'm gonna put Young up here for Sonny. I'm gonna bring Dolan on over here, inside forward, and then Worthington. Frustrated and anxious. Which one's worse? We'll bring Worthington on for Jedi. And then that's it. That's all 5 of my substitutes. And let's tell these guys to make a difference. Now, I would prefer when you make that, I would prefer in the programming where you make that pep talk, that you would confirm the pep talk, but then it would also allow you to confirm, the changes, the tactic screen basically. It's 2 different things. One's the pep talk, one's the tactic screen. Let me confirm the pep talk, then go back to the tactic screen and let me confirm that. So they're going to be time wasting. Okay, so now we can do another. I'm going to demand more. We're in control of the match, huh? Where? Where do you see that? We're in control of the match. I don't see it. Okay, Young is in. Young scores. go down to positive. I mean, Dover is what, 10th? I guess a draw is okay. It's at Dover, right? Yeah. It's away at Dover. Let's just go. We demanded more. Okay, let's get a long throw in here. Let's get a late game winner. Cross it in. Holds up the board for how many minutes? 4 minutes of extra time. Can't get another shout in. Oh, it's going to be a draw. That was a nice pass. We got time left. Let's make something happen, boys. Let's make something happen. Get a cross in. Oh, Morgan. That's going to be it. A draw away from home. I'll take it. All right. I think that's going to do it for me. Got FM'd in this last game. 23 shots to their 8. They had 2 shots on target. One of them was a goal. We had 9 shots on target. One of them was a goal. Had twice the XG. 14 corners to their 1. Yeah, we just got FM'd in that game. 66% possession. And I don't know why, but a lot of my players were like, ho hum, we have to play again. Twice the number of completed passes. 5 times the number of final third passes. We had 6 long shots out of our 23 shots. That's, again, only 25%. We had triple the progressive passes. Yeah, I mean, we just got FM'd. It's got FM'd. We just completely outplayed them and could not score goals. So I'm disappointed. Seemed very motivated. You should have been motivated during the game. You should have been motivated during the game, not after the game. I'm fired up, coach. Let's go out there and do it again. No, it's not how it works. Let's look at stages. Let's look at, we're in 25. We still, okay, now we have a 17-point lead. It was 18, now it's 17 because we drew, only got a point. And they still won. Our goal differential is 36, still 16. Dover is on 34. We've drawn 4 games. We still only lost 1. Dover has drawn more games than they've won. Torquay rescues late draw. Now see, when I clicked on this, this was the next message. This was the message before the game. This was the next message. And it automatically jumped to this message. It's like, no, let me click on the messages. This should be the last message that was read, which was before the game. This one should still be highlighted that I haven't read it. And I don't mean Reddit, Reddit. Yeah, we rescue a late draw on the kind of game that we had. We had to rescue a draw. Mr. Young, you scored, right? Okay, let's give you some praise. Keep doing what you're doing. Of course you will. Okay, when's our next game? Oh, we're not going to do this now. We have a week. So I think what we're going to do is just give them a day off. We'll give them a day off here. We'll do, we're not going to do a match practice in the middle of the week. No. No. We'll fix this. We'll fix that. Well, maybe fix it now because I don't want it to be messed up. Yeah, we're not going to do a match practice during the week. We're not match practice. We don't even have a recovery in here anywhere. So we're going to do set piece routines here. Let's do set piece routines here. So that everybody can get on the set piece routines because I'm going to rest the starters here. Actually, you know what? I wish I could drag and drop these again like you could in 24. Let's do set piece routines here. And then we're going to do ball retention, ball distribution it was, right? Tactical? No. Technical. Ball distribution. They wanted us to do that. Okay, we'll do that. And then I wish there was a way you could tell what actually is the intensity level of the practice. So you can kind of match them up. Ball retention, ball distribution. I'd kind of like to do a possession, but some of the players will be able to do a possession. So Sunday. Let's go to Sunday. And then we're going to rest the guys. We're going to rest the starters for this day here. Training players one day. Okay. It's interesting because it doesn't put that, maybe it's because it's the Lolujo view. Okay, now it shows rested. Okay. We're resting them for 2 days. All right. So at least we know we're resting them for 2 days. We can go to the Lolujo view back here. Okay, Crabble Athletic Ground plays host a memorable match. Not for me. Cole Fleming, Chippenham. Yeah, we've disappointingly converted none of our 51 touches into goals in the opposition's penalty area. 51 touches. We turned 66 entries into the final third and 14. Oh, you know what we're doing? What I should have changed is that low block. In that last game, I should have changed that low block to either a mid block or the high press. That's how we play. Some of these things you listen to your assistant, they cost you games. That was my fault. Okay, but my fault or not, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the game. And I'm going to save the game again because that's what I do. So make sure it saves properly. And then I'm going to head out. Let me see about sending you guys off on a raid. You can find somebody who's out there. What is it? How do you do the raid browser or something? How do I send you guys on a raid? Anybody remember? I haven't sent anybody on a raid in a while. Let me go ahead and close this. Let's see. Do 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 do. Twitch. How to raid a streamer. Simple chat command. What's the chat command? Okay, raid. Look for the raid channel quick action. Raid channel. It doesn't. There is some way that you can do this where you don't raid a specific channel. It just brings up a list of. Let's see. Let me go into Twitch, see who's playing FM. Back to Twitch. Scheme. Okay, Scheme 1. Let's raid Scheme 1. You guys want to join me in the raid? Just jump in and say hi to Scheme 1. Again, if anybody wants to follow me, I'd appreciate it. Let's go ahead and raid now. One, that one, that one, that one. Why won't it let me do this? Oh, okay, no.